Introduce yourself, man.
Man, I'm
Anybody might
Frankie.
not
You know
know.
what I mean? People know me as Franco in the streets, but
Right,
went
right.
by different alias in the prison system, so they call me Youngin in prison.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
All right. That's a bet, man. That's a
Yeah,
bet, man. Well, yeah, man. I appreciate you. You know what I mean, helping me put this together, man.
yeah,
Because I
most definitely,
definitely
most
feel like
definitely,
what we're
bro.
doing help somebody, man.
Right,
Help
right.
somebody. 'Cause
For sure.
it's been a good 20. It's been a good 20 since, you know what I mean, high school, man. You got to
Yeah,
look at
since we
like,
left, yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean, that time flew by.
yeah,
So, you
definitely,
know
bro.
what I mean? So, I
Right.
definitely appreciate
I got more cell charges. Got more cell charges. They won't play with me no more. Send me up the road. That was November 2015. November 2015. They sent me up the road, and I did 16 to 20 months. I did 16 to 20 months. 21. I maxed out because I did my time. I did most of my I did 4 months in. I got locked up. I did 2 months in the county, but for the jail credit, I had to do 20 months. I had to do 20 months. So I jumped back out. And I ain't on the same bullshit. You live and learn, you know what I mean? I ain't about to give these people no more of my time, yo. Like I said, you live and learn, bro. You live and learn, man.
right. Mm.
Not, not to even mention the 7, 8 other like close friends that I'm used to seeing every day that then got killed out here. Not even like no car accident shit or no, you know what I mean? Like no reasonable death type shit.
Definitely, man.
Just
Definitely, man. That's
like
something
murder victims.
tough
That's
pill to
what
swallow,
happened.
man. It's tough
Yeah,
pill.
yeah. You never get over it. I don't care what nobody tell you, bro. You never get over it.
You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying, definitely, man. So, you kind of caught me off guard. I remember you had mentioned it before that you was on house arrest, man, and I kind of forgot about it. So,
And this even fucked up why they did it to me. I, I
I
mean,
mean,
hate
if
them
you
as they,
want to
but
go into
I
that, that's
feel,
fine. But
nah, I'd rather be here, sitting right here.
My
keep it
name
rolling like
Crusher,
that.
man. Yeah, and that's about it. That's my name, man. It's Crusher.
I heard that.
When I was in the penitentiary, niggas called me BG. You know,
Right, right, right,
that's
right.
all I went by. BG. It's just that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas knew what it was. It's like I'm there, whether you in the hole or not. I'm there.
I
You
heard
feel
that.
me?
I heard that. Before we you know, jump off into the talking about prison or whatnot. Can you tell the people a little bit what it was like growing up in the North, or I know you really didn't come that way into high school, or was
It was
it
about.
before high school?
It was middle school.
Middle
Welcome.
school.
It was welcome. I got there. Welcome. They kicked me out of welcome.
Okay.
I went to North Pitt. They kicked me out of that motherfucker. They actually took me to court and told me they would drop all my charges that I caught at North Pitt if I never went back on their property. That's how that shit went.
Right,
They
right.
had bandanas and everything in the courtroom like this, nigga. I ain't going back. Fuck y'all. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all throw these out. I ain't fucking with y'all no more. Y'all got it.
I heard that. I heard that. Yeah, that's yeah, man, people don't understand, man. Our neck of the woods, man.
Yeah, they don't. They don't.
Yeah,
It's real
man.
guys over there.
It's a whole it's a whole different animal over there, man.
Mm-hmm.
People don't understand that. So if you can, without going into too many details, could you, not necessarily, go tick for tag or what led you to prison, but
It
on
was just.
paper what it said,
I
and
mean,
tell them a little bit about yourself.
Alright, a lot of people know me as MC, man. Like I said, on the yard they know me as Wise though. Some people know me as MC too. But yeah, that's what it is, man.
Bet, that's what's up,
I
man.
want to thank you for having me too, man. Let me get my story out there.
Oh
Hopefully
yeah,
it can
man.
help some people.
Hey man, I thank you for choosing this platform, because it's gonna be plenty more. I just had to strike while the iron hot, but it's gonna be plenty more. So
Okay,
I appreciate you for choosing this one.
no problem.
So first question, man. If you want to tell the viewers where you from and how you grew up, we can start it off that way.
Okay, well, I'm from Williamston. You know what I'm saying? Williamston, North Carolina. I don't know how many people heard of it, but it's a small town outside of Greenville.
Ill will.
Yeah, it will for sure. It's definitely ill out there
Oh
too.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm from out there. I grew up like the regular kid, not having too much. So,
Right.
you know, we chose to do other things, trying to earn fast, and eventually it caught up with me fast too.
I heard that. I
Yeah,
heard that.
landed me in a place, you know, I ain't want to be, but if I had to be there, then let's go.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Shoot, that just rolled right into the next question. Okay. And from 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 my information that I gather about you, the conversation that we have, you in a closed custody joint, brown clothes joint.
Yeah, maximum security.
Okay. So I had a guest on a few weeks ago. He was kind of telling the difference between maximum security and regular population, regular security. Can you kind of tell us the difference of that?
I mean, it's all the same, man. It's a cage, bro. You feel me? It's all the same. You feel me? It's just levels to this shit. Like, you get a little bit more leniency and freedom, so they say. You feel me? You know, they just try to put stipulations on it.
Right, definitely. So so let me ask you this, bro. So would you say that North Carolina prison? Would you say that it's a high level of gang activity?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Everything is gang activity. The whole world is gang activity. If you really want the honest truth about it, you feel me? Like, everybody got their group of people they hang with. They wear their certain clothes. They follow their certain rules. I mean, they might call it something different, but when we do it, it's a gang. So that's the title we want to put it on everybody.
Right, definitely, bro. And like I told you on the conversation that we had, I got a homeboy that's down. His name Chosen, man. Real name is Shy, but they call him Chosen. Some of your people might know him, but from the things that he been telling me, and he done hit Tabor, he done hit Central, he done hit Maury, and he talked like all the
Third, my home front gonna say out the blue, like, yo, G-Ville. They called me G-Ville when I first got there. Like, yo, G-Ville. Like, yo. He was like, hey, get that nigga his stuff, man. I'm like, what stuff you talking about? I'm like, cause I won't think about it. I was like, man, that's y'all gang. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I was like, what stuff you talking about? He like, man, that stuff I had put in your locker earlier. So I'm like, man, that shit is in there. If he want it, he can go get it. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing in my locker. Yeah, if he want it, he can go get his stuff. So boom, my home front come down there, grab this shit, get to the nigga, like, man, here. So it get quiet a little bit. He was like, yo, G-Ville, this the dude that got his junk stolen. Like, yo, G-Ville. He was like, yo, you had my junk in your locker the whole time? I'm like, yeah, why? He was like, yo, man, you gotta shoot it. I said, man, you need to be talking to the motherfucker that stole your shit or playing with you like that and putting your locker. I was like, man, you don't know me like that. You know what I mean? He was like, yo, we gotta shoot it in the morning. I was like, nah, ain't no shooting it in the morning. I put my shoes on, cause I had my little slides. I put my shoes on. I was like, nah, ain't no in the morning. We about to fight right now. So I got up off the bunk. Everybody like, yo, chill. Anytime you try to fight somebody right in the open, they be like, yo, you policing them. Don't police them. G-Ville fall back. Y'all gonna get it in the shower in the morning. I'm like, man, nah, I ain't going to sleep feeling like this motherfucker might hit me in the head with a lock in the middle of the night or whatnot. You know what I mean? So I'm more or less like, yo, nah, we got to go ahead and fight now. We're going to either go ahead and kill it now and go to SEG and do what we got to do, or we're going to just end it all together. Yeah. So the boys like, yo, fall back. So I'm like, okay, that's a bet. They keep talking about policing them. I'm going to show them I ain't playing with them. Because if he don't want to fight, I'm going to make him fight.
No, I mean, I just stayed in my lane, make sure ain't nobody get in my way. I mean, it was just that simple.
I heard that. So what would you say would be the craziest thing that you've seen, while you were on Alexander? And just so my viewers will understand, Alexander is considered, is it a closed custody?
Yeah, it's medium close. Yeah.
So here, I just want to explain to my viewers that here in North Carolina, other states got levels like 1, 2, 3, 4, but from my understanding, it's either closed or regular, classification for, for any inmate that determines, the different level of prison that you're on.
Yeah. You ain't got no
brown.
It's brown clothes. You in the cell, man. You in the cell. You don't really get no time out. I mean, that was the biggest difference. Like from Craven is a brown clothes, but you get time on the yard and all that. But you ain't get no yard time out of that.
Okay. So I kind of strayed away from the question that I originally asked you, but what would you say would be the craziest thing that you've seen at
Oh,
Alexander? Yeah, that was my fault. I kind of
let's
asked
see
two
here.
questions.
Let's see here. I don't want to put my man name out there.
Oh no, you
Oh,
got to. I don't want you to do that.
well, my nigga from Kinston, man. My nigga from Kinston, bro, my man a box of oatmeal cakes, yo. He took him too long to pay up, man. My man slices for almost ear to ear, yo. Like ear to ear, wide open. Like wide open. That's it. Over a box of oatmeal cakes, though. A box of oatmeal cakes, man. Like, that shit ridiculous, yo. Shit ridiculous, bro. But yeah, that's one of the craziest things I seen, man. I seen my man open them up, yo. Like, I seen him open them up, bro. Like,
That's crazy. So let me ask you this. You know, I often hear this with you know, with other guests I have, and definitely you know, different prison interviews that I may have watched. So I often hear about, you know, the term of, you know, making somebody either some states they call it rolling it up, you know, some states they call it, you know, checking in or anything you know, sort of to that name. So have you seen
somebody checking out.
yeah, have you personally seen anybody have to do that, whether it was county jail or whether it was you know, at the
Yeah, I seen a lot of motherfuckers check off, man. I seen a lot of motherfuckers check off, bro. Like, motherfucker, man. And you'll be surprised, man. I see motherfuckers check off plenty of times, man. I'm talking
so
about get to the camp. You see motherfucker you got beef with, they'll do anything going to the hole. They'll go to the hole. They want to get shipped. They want to get shipped off. I done seen motherfuckers get beat up, check off the next day. Like that just in their nature. I ain't checking off shit. Ain't nobody checking me off nothing. That's just what it was. And I got plenty of motherfuckers that can vouch. Dread ain't check off nothing.
I heard that, definitely, bro. Definitely. Thank you for clearing that up too, bro. Definitely. So kind of okay, you still there. So definitely, bro. I think you know, everything that you said, bro. Your experiences, you definitely you know, let me in on some you, but anybody else, you know, put in that, you know, had that dilemma where they really had to choose, you know, were they gonna stick with their home front or, like, you know, ride with the car that they in, or you know, anything like that or whatever.
Yeah, I seen that shit plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna speak on the situation, you feel me? But it's done been plenty of time. I'm talking about like real ass niggas, like big fool type shit. You feel me? Like, situation to go on and niggas like, you know what I'm saying? This home front, it ain't going down like that. Y'all know y'all my homies, but you know what I mean? Like, it can't go like that. And the situation to really be like, you know what I'm saying? Dead it right then, you feel me? Like I said, I seen it. It done motherfucker done proved that to me on many occasions. That whole front, I said, it really hold weight on the yard again. Real life.
Right. Definitely, man.
Niggas
And
really together though.
my fault. I ain't mean to cut you off. My fault.
Nah, you good.
But so like I had two different guests out here before, man, and they was you know, they didn't do most of their time. They didn't do all their time at Pope, but it was kind of like you know, they started off at Pope, and both of them told you know, and this wasn't planned. Like, neither one of them, you know, knew what the other one was gonna say, but I asked them, you know, what was the worst thing that they seen, you know, while they were there, and I asked them different times, and both of them went back to the same basically the same murder that they seen. You know what I mean? Like how they seen, you know, this
in the Dirty South. We Dirty South for a reason. So really, I really didn't give a fuck. So when I went, I ain't gonna say everything was great because niggas try you. Niggas gonna try you. So don't act like you gonna go to prison and just do your time and don't get into it with nobody. Cause niggas gonna try you anyway. They gonna know where your gangster at, all that shit. Like, from the South Side, I've been begging. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like, niggas know what it is when I step into that motherfucking jail cell. I had to fight in that motherfucker. I had the motherfucker do a lot, but I still made it out that motherfucker though.
I heard that. So look, so let me backtrack a little bit. So your experiences at PCBC. All right, to my
A part of an organization, those are the ones that get targeted for being rats.
Definitely, definitely. So let me ask you this: how was on a closed custody level? How was a sex offender treated?
A sex offender is treated the same way everywhere.
Okay, that's good to know.
We have zero tolerance for that.
Okay, that's definitely good to know. Like I said, I got a friend that's been down for a while. He was telling me some of the things that that he's seen or heard about when it comes to the treatment of those. So definitely appreciate you for sharing your knowledge that you have in some of your journey. So I kind of want to switch gears a little bit and get to some of the music that you got going on and where the people can find some of your music at.
As of right now, it's a process going on because the music that I did have out was recently removed. So I'm in the process of putting together a mixtape, which is called Gone But Not Forgotten. And I don't really have a set date on it yet because of the process and the predicament that I'm in. But it's looking like it's gonna be. I'm gonna probably drop a couple of singles soon just to get the people something to hear.
Definitely, definitely. So I remember you telling me, people can expect you, to touch down within the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, that's a fact. I'll be home. Like I done my time. I done my duties and obligations to this.
I heard that. I heard that. So, being with everything that you said about the different levels. So, would you prefer to be in a closed custody level?
I will because I'm bred that way.
Heard that. Heard that. Definitely, definitely, bro. Yeah, man. I think this been dope, man. You shared some good insight with us, man. And I definitely don't want to hold you too long, man. And I think this been super dope with with the things that you shared, man. Anybody that you want to shout out before we get up out of here?
I mean, just shout out all the guys, man. Free the guys that's behind the wall. Free them get back gang niggas. You feel me? And I want a special shout out for my black brothers and sisters that's really trying to do something positive. You feel me? Times is changing, and it's our time to come back on top. You feel me? The world has finally evolved, and then it's full rotation. So if y'all got a goal, just accomplish it, man. Don't let nothing stop y'all, man. Cause I'm not gonna let nothing stop me, even in the predicament that I'm in.
Definitely, man. Definitely appreciate that, man. Something that I meant to touch on earlier, man. So, from everything that you said, man. So, were you, just getting into prison when the pandemic started, or was that, already going on and you was, already, expecting it?
I mean, the pandemic started when I originally got locked up. It wasn't no pandemic. That was in April 2019. I was already in prison. I was already at Morrison by then. So the pandemic hit while I was already down.
Okay. Okay. So, so you definitely saw the change, from the inside and, keeping in touch with people from the outside, you was able to see the whole scale of, everything that was going on. So did that affect you anyway, mentally?
I mean, mentally, I can't let things affect me because the world changes and there's nothing we can do about it. If I put my energy towards that, that's energy wasted for something that I can't control.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. I definitely, from this conversation, man, I definitely can gather that you are, an intelligent brother, man. And I just want to know, man, what good books, have you come across, man, lately? Because I definitely can tell that you came across some good ones.
I've come across the book of Ifa, which is the book of wisdom. That's a good book. The Ancient Secrets of the File of Life. That's a good book. The Subconscious Mind. Um, 33 Strategies of War. Um, Awakening the Giant Within. It's a couple of good books. Like,
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. I'm pretty sure you came across, You know, the Malcolm X autobiography.
Yeah,
Pretty
I've
sure.
read that. I've read that.
Original, he's still black because he Indian, this and third, but it seemed like for some reason these Crips wasn't letting it fly. You know what I mean? Off the strength of his skin color, bro, they basically killed my man, bro. Like, and this happened like right in front of us, in front of all of us. And then the reason why I felt like I couldn't get involved because it was his own brothers. Right. Like he Crip every day, and like they love him to death. And then for some odd reason, this day they turned on him on someone like, yo, you can't be Crip, you can't be this set because you ain't black. You know what I mean? And it just stemmed from that, bro. And then it went from him supposed to just shoot shoot it with one cat to all three of them was in there, and they stomped them brain dead. You know what I mean? Like, man, it was horrible, bro. It was horrible, bro. I mean, so much blood. Like, at first, I ain't gonna lie, man. Teardrop was holding his own with the one, and that's why I felt like the other two, like, I ain't gonna drop I could drop their names because motherfuckers probably wouldn't know them by them aliases in the streets. But it was one cat, I think they called him like KC, Cat Lowfoot, and then it was this other Crip cat. I can't really place his name, but these cats, I'm like, I really don't care how long y'all been down in here. It really ain't nothing to me because I just came from the streets where we shooting guns. We out here beefing with cats that stay right around the corner from us. So it ain't nothing to come in here and fight a cat. You get what I'm saying? Right. So I had that mentality when I went in, and I kind of kept that like stern through my whole bid. Like I ain't the biggest cat, but guarantee you, bro, they gonna be like, yeah. I respect you, man, because you ain't scared. Even though I could beat you to death, you ain't scared, and that's the mentality I went in there. Like first day, I think it was like more or less the new Jack. They give you the little new Jack demeanor, like they give you the tight jumpsuits, like because I started my bid at Pope. You know what I mean? That the new Pope, the one like I think it's in Butner. I started my bid. I did 3.5 years at that one. You know what I mean? On the 7.5. So you know, I was kind of stuck there. Like, I damn near wanted to stay there my whole bid just because I had got so used to the crazy ass way it was. But when you get to camps, it's
Whether you was gonna have to do your bid in greens or if you was gonna have to do your bid in browns.
Okay, so it's not like one prison got green, one prison all brown. It's not like it's gonna be both colors.
Not at
Like,
Polk it wasn't,
okay,
but some prisons they do have a brown camp with a brown side and a green side. Like
okay,
like I said, for the youth spread though, I don't even know no youth camp that had greens. I don't know. We wasn't even thinking about that. Like it was just a state. Like we
okay,
at Polk, we here. The only thing you can do is kind of like mix in, blend in. That's all
right,
you can do. So now we got a bid. Now let's bid, nigga. You
right,
know what I'm
right,
saying? We ain't thinking about doing that. You got to come in there like, fuck it. I'm here. I'm gonna have to
right.
be here. I might as well take these shoes off. You know what I'm
I
saying?
heard
That's
that.
it.
I heard that. Speaking of, man, speaking of that, being there at Pope, with the reputation that they got, how long was it before you had your first altercation?
It was shit, probably about a month and a half.
A month
Probably
and a
about a
half
month and a half.
after.
Probably about a month and a half. It ain't get physical though. It was about to. It was
Right,
about
right,
to, but I never forget. He rapped too. He from Charlotte. I know him as Ziggy, but I think they call him Bankroll Ziggy now. Shout out Bankroll Ziggy too, because we ended up being the hype.
right, right,
But I slept above his homeboy, you know what I'm saying? I was doing my little 1-2s and shit on the yard early in, and his homeboy was peeping there and was like, bro, we can do this way and like this, and I started rocking with him. And I guess like one day I had went to the canteen. I never forget I went to the canteen and I had a lot of stuff in my hands,
right,
but I
right,
had one bag of chips in my back pocket. And as I would come back in the block and walk by Ziggy, he snatches them out my back pocket. So I turned back like, yo, get my chips, bro. You know what I'm saying?
right,
He was like, nigga, you got to fight to get these back. I got to fight to get my shit back. Well, that's what we got to do then. So I
right,
went and set my other stuff on the bed. I ain't even had shoes yet. I done ordered sneakers. They ain't even came yet. That's how fresh I was. You know what I'm saying? I
right,
still got on the shoes that they give you for processing. Little soft ass shoes. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So, boom, I tell the other dude I was messing with this guy named AZ, like, yo, bro, let me see your shoes right quick. He was like, "What's up, bro?" I'm like, "Yo, let me get your shoes right quick. This nigga snatched my chips, bro. We finna fight." He like, "Who?" I'm like, "Ziggy." This is my word. AG said, "Bro, Ziggy can fight, bro."
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, "Man, I don't give a fuck. That nigga got my chips, nigga. We gonna
Right.
fight for my chips." So boom, I put my shoes on, run upstairs. Ziggy had already went upstairs. So when I get upstairs, Coco in there with Ziggy telling him like, "Nah, you know that's my nigga, man. Like, nah, nigga, they were homeboys from the streets. They were co-defendants too."
Okay.
So he talking to him like, "Nah, you know that's my nigga," as I'm coming to the shower. So I'm trying to get in the shower, but Coco pushing me back from the shower. He was like, nah, bro, y'all can't fight, this and that and the third. So I guess he got in Ziggy's head and Ziggy threw the chips back to me. He was like, "Catch, nigga." He
Word
threw
up.
him, I caught the chips. And then he was like, "Nah, I really wasn't gonna fight you. I was just doing that because my homeboy messing with you, and I wanted to make sure he won't messing with no bitch ass nigga." But I felt disrespected, so I told him how I felt. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Nah, bro, I feel like you goddamn tried me." You feel me?
Right. From my information that I gather about you, the conversation that we have, you in a closed custody joint, brown clothes joint.
Yeah, maximum security.
Okay. So I had a guest on a few weeks ago. He was kind of telling the difference between maximum security and regular population, regular security. Can you kind of tell us the difference of that?
I mean, it's all the same, man. It's a cage, bro. You feel me? It's all the same. You feel me? It's just levels to this shit. Like you get a little bit more leniency and freedom, so they say. You feel me? They just try to put stipulations on it.
Right, definitely. So let me ask you this, bro. So would you say that North Carolina prison? Would you say that it's a high level of gang activity?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Everything is gang activity. The whole world is gang activity. If you really want the honest truth about it, you feel me? Like everybody got their group of people they hang with. They wear their certain clothes. They follow their certain rules. I mean, they might call it something different, but when we do it, it's a gang. So that's the title we want to put it on everybody.
Right, definitely, bro. And like I told you on the conversation that we had, I got a homeboy that's down. His name Chosen, man. Real name is Shy, but they call him Chosen. Some of your people might know him, but from the things that he been telling me, and he done hit Tabor, he done hit Central, he done hit Maury, and he taught like all the closed custody joints. All of them really are ran by gangs, and it's more like single cell joints in the closed custody.
Like I done built with brothers that then came home and still doing the same thing they was doing when they put them in there for all them years and doing it better. You know what I'm saying? Because you learn from your mistakes. Some people learn, some don't. So it's on you. If you come home and see a brother that you think about, and then you hit him up, and he actually out here, and he like, "Yo, hold on, bro. I gotta call this nigga. Let me make this. Hold on, bro. I gotta do this. Let me call y'all boys right back. Y'all niggas better call." You know what I mean?
Right.
That let you know this nigga doing good. He
Right,
ain't really
yeah.
out here bullshitting, hurting like, "Yo, can I get this or can I get that?" Because you realize when you come home, you ain't think about none of that. Nobody who didn't hit you up when you was in there, bro.
Right, exactly.
That's you not. Because it's gonna be going so fast when you come out here, bro. It's kind of like when you watch your treadmill take off and then you stand on the ground, then you jump on it. That's how it is when you come home from prison, bro. It ain't like you gonna get up there and make your pace. It's rolling out here. It's rolling, and you only got a short lifespan. So when you get out, you ain't focused on that no more, man. You focus on the future.
Right.
So you pushing when you come out here. Of course you want to interact. Of course they still gonna cross your mind. But at the same time, you still got a lot of obligations that you make when you come out here. And that's as far as like when you then dealt with a female all these years while you was in prison, right? And you this and the third. When you come home, of course you're going to be attracted to her and y'all going to be together. But who knows if that's going to last because everybody different. But at the same time, you're going to be ready to see a female. You're going to be ready to see a female when you come home. But yeah, bro.
Great answer. So the next question from the humble Shy, you want to know?
Still the same. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Niggas don't understand. North Carolina is ruthless. Like, even in the feds, one of the deepest cause because North Carolina send more niggas fed than anybody in the United States. Niggas don't know that. You can go to California, had 300 North Carolina niggas out there. Where you supposed to be 10, 12 of y'all on the compound. It's 300 niggas over there.
Bro, it's a nigga from Greenville that went fed for robbing a fast food joint. I'll tell you off camera or whatever. You probably know him, but he went fed for just a simple robbery. But the first place they sent him was California.
California, probably Victorville or some shit like that. Like some of that should be FDIC. You feel me? If it's federally insured, you can go fed for it.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's not. It don't mean you can rob Sonics and go fed because they money federally insured. So if you rob them, the feds insure their money. So you just like robbing a bank.
That's
you
crazy.
Feel me?
That's crazy that they'll go in and look at items that's in there and say that you interfering with federal commerce.
That's what they do. Yeah. Bro, interstate commerce and the state commerce is just saying you went over state lines, bro. That's all it is. That's anything. They get you for that. When they firearm by felon is not the charge. It's a 922G. That's firearm by felon, but it's really interstate commerce. It means the gun wasn't made in North Carolina. It came over North Carolina law. Line. You brought a gun into North Carolina. They know damn well you didn't bring that gun here.
Right.
They didn't know. They know you didn't bring it here.
Right.
Like if you in Ohio where they manufacture guns, then you can't get hit with that interstate commerce. But that's how they get you on firearm by felon. That's how they get you. They say you brought the gun into North Carolina. You brought that gun 2 houses down. They know you brought that gun 2 houses down.
Right.
But that's what they charge you with because they saying you brought that gun over state lines. You know you ain't do that dumbass shit.
Because it do seem that a lot of people who get those firearm by felons, it seems like a lot of those guys be going fedly.
Yeah, because that's all in the feds. That's all in the feds. Guns. This the easiest charge to pick up. You feel me?
Right.
What motherfuckers don't understand is this. Greenville is a growing city. It's one of the fastest growing micro cities in the country for years. That it's a black woman that they brought in from Florida to develop downtown. That's why downtown developing. When niggas do bullshit, all you doing, the same motherfucker that was a detective is now the head chef. They got me. You feel me? You giving a motherfucker promotion. You putting a motherfucker on a pedestal. You gonna get the prime example, Glenn Perry, right? That was my DA on my charges when I left. Glenn Perry. When I come back, Glenn Perry is a federal attorney now. Now he works for the United States instead of Pitt County, instead of North Carolina. Now he a USDA, right? My mother will tell you this. In my arraignment, federally, he don't know what the fuck he doing.
Right.
I had a bitch named Jennifer Dominguez, a Dominican bitch. This bitch went in there, ate him up. They sent me to the top of the goddamn building in Raleigh and said, hold on. This shit ain't right. I came back down there. The only reason they ain't let me go because the address that I put that I was going to was on the same strip where I caught my federal charge at. She beat him right there. This nigga going through the law book. He can't fuck with her. He can't fuck with her. She beat him right there. But this nigga went from being a state to a federal lawyer, a federal district attorney. You feel me?
Right.
James C. Devil III said, listen, hold on. I'm talking to the lawyer for the government. You feel me? That let me know, like, damn, he don't even respect y'all. This nigga start the president. But nigga, you don't know what you doing. And he's showing you don't know what you doing. None of these documents can be entered until you get all of these documents right. Can't enter them to my court. You feel me?
Yeah.
But they get big time promotions off sending us to prison.
Right.
And niggas is sending themselves to prison about nothing.
Yeah.
About nothing. Niggas don't understand. Like, cause if you go to prison now, my nigga, it's not there. It's not there. The police run that shit. When I was in prison, we ran that shit.
Right.
You feel me? We ran that shit.
And just listening to like the way the homie been telling me, you know, when I do talk to him, just listening to how he been talking over the years since 08. Same thing you saying, bro.
It's changing.
Same thing you saying.
They giving the police the power.
That's exactly how
we made these niggas not be able to open up certain parts of prisons when they got these sucker niggas building them because this shit too dangerous. You feel me? You got it. I'm coming into Scotland and the bitch is like, oh, they got to go to Green Unit. We standing in the line of intake. Oh, I don't go to Green Unit. No, I don't go to Green Unit. No, I don't go to the police. The guards is telling you we don't go on this unit. And everybody know every Green Unit, the jungle. You got to, you gonna stand with the best of the best. You gonna stand toe to toe. You feel me? Scotland was, I can say Scotland was,
That was about your
I never,
toughest.
I never felt safe in Scotland. In prison, you gonna never feel safe, but
Right.
sometimes you will feel safe. But Scotland was a prison, bro. It's blood staining the floor. Like that shit was dangerous at
Okay.
all times. At all times, Scotland was super dangerous.
And that was like once you got on the other side of 21, that's when you hit
Yeah,
Scotland.
yeah.
Okay.
Because I was the first nigga in the history of the state of North Carolina to go from the gang program to Maury. You feel me? I was the first one. Before, the only place you would go was Marion, Lanesboro. It was Marion, Lanesboro. It was in the mountains.
Right, right.
I was red flagged from every Western prison in North Carolina because the shit I was doing at High Rise and Fort Hills.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Some tight time, like I don't know, man. Like whenever it did get here, you know what I'm saying? I just handled it. Like it just was, man. Like you feel me? Like you can't never really prepare yourself for nothing fully anyway. You feel me?
Right.
When it get
I heard that, bro. So I seen you know what I mean, and going through you know, I would look through your pictures, you know what I mean, trying to put this project together. I seen, you know, some of your you know what I mean, some of your pics that I see, you know what I mean. Hold on, what did I just do? But I seen some of them that you in brown and some of them, you know what I mean, you in green.
right.
So I did a few projects and I had some of my guests kind of you know, explain the difference between the two custody levels or whatever, because like, you know, in a lot of other prisons, a lot of other states, you know what I mean, like they got, you know, 1 through 5, 1 through 4 or whatever. But from my understanding, North Carolina really is green or brown, like them the two levels.
Right.
So so what I'm getting at, the fact that I've seen you in green, you know, was it a particular incident that got you moved to you know, another prison that got your, you know, your level moved up?
Nah, shit. I'm in brown clothes for about the first half of my bid, you feel me? So eventually I start staying out of the way, you know what I'm saying? Doing right. I ain't catch no right. So, you know what I'm saying? When you do good, they promote you. You know what I mean? Going from brown to green, you know what I'm saying? That's a good thing.
Right.
So I get the green clothes, more freedom, you know what I mean? The visit's better. You know what I'm saying? People can bring you food, you can work outside the gate, all type of shit. But eventually I fuck around, got caught with a phone, you feel me? And they done
Process, sitting in the county, going back and forth to court. I was able to get enough evidence on my behalf that couldn't prove me guilty for murder. So they had no other choice to charge me with a lesser sentence, which was accessory to the murder.
Okay, so so you know, being that young, man, if you could, how old were you during this time? I want to make sure I got a clear understanding.
I was 22.
Okay, so still relatively young. So how was the mindset, you know, entering the system, you know, and you know, facing a life sentence?
I mean, I knew the risk that I ran doing the shit that I was doing, so I kind of was mentally prepared.
Right. And when you say, you know, from your assessment, like, could you tell the people, you know, that you've been around, you know, whether, you know, the current spot that you're in now or other prisons, like, could you tell that some of those people weren't mentally prepared?
Yeah, I mean, some people just not built. They think they are though. When the trials are going on, they think that it's fun and games till it's not fun no more. So, you know, everybody got a different mind state. Everybody got a different mind strength. Some people just not built to deal with that type of time, or even if they I see that knife get used a lot.
Oh yeah, okay. So so if you could you you know, kind of give us the circumstances around that?
You gotta elaborate on that question. What do you mean by the circumstances?
I couldn't hear you. What you say, bro?
I said You have to elaborate on that question. What do you mean by the circumstances?
Kind of, the events that led to that, whether it was you or anybody else. So I'm not trying to incriminate nobody. I just want my viewers to get a good understanding of how events like this can occur.
I mean, I can speak on a scenario that happened that's really not incriminating to nobody.
Okay.
More or less, somebody did some funny shit. He tried to run up on somebody in the day room, and because he did that, a couple of niggas that was around shot him. You feel me? Like, niggas beat the nigga under the water fountain, stabbed him like 8 times, airlifted him out of here. Now he paralyzed. He got stabbed in the back of the neck. He paralyzed now.
Damn. Yeah, just wanted to, not trying to glorify anything, any of these events, but I want my viewers to get a good understanding of, the life inside of North Carolina prison, especially a closed level, facility like you and a lot of others did, doing most of their time in. So, when it comes to particular weapons that inmates have not only access to but access to manufacture, will you say that you've seen some relatively creative sized ones, whether
Of course, I've seen a lot of different things. Like, we done had fucking tomahawks made in here. Like, we got shit called samurai sword.
You feel me?
Right.
One of us got to get out of here. You got to put something in a little hole and shit to get the fuck back out this shit. One of us got to get out of here. You feel me? Like, it ain't no wind. That nigga, that shit is gonna trap us off.
So let me ask you this. I can put these questions up, man. I like the way this flowing. I don't need these. But so let me ask you this. This is something I always wanted to know. Rashad, he told me a little bit about it. Something that he actually was in. He he already got charged for it and did his whole time. So it definitely ain't nothing that
it ain't nothing. Once they charge you with it and they send you for it, you can't come back on it.
Right, exactly. But have you participated or seen like somebody get kicked off the yard or get kicked out
it really don't be that. It really don't be that.
Right.
You know your temperature when you hit the yard. You know if you some fuck shit. But it be the niggas. The only niggas they run into that is
sitting in the county, going back and forth to court. I was able to get enough evidence on my behalf that couldn't prove me guilty for murder. So they had no other choice to charge me with a lesser sentence, which was accessory to the murder.
Okay, so being that young, man, if you could, how old were you during this time? I want to make sure I got a clear understanding.
I was 22.
Okay, so still relatively young. So how was the mindset, going to entering the system, and facing a life sentence?
I mean, I knew the risk that I ran doing the shit that I was doing, so I kind of was mentally prepared.
Right. And when you say, from your assessment, like, could you tell the people, that you've been around, whether, the current spot that you're in now or other prisons, like, could you tell that some of those people weren't mentally prepared?
Yeah, I mean, some people just not built. They think they are, though. When the trials are going on, they think that it's fun and games till it's not fun no more. So, everybody got a different mind state. Everybody got a different mind strength. Some people just not built to deal with that type of time or even a